Amad Diallo is a superstar off the back of scoring a goal for Manchester United against Manchester City in the Diallo derby. He is at it again. He is scoring a hat-trick for Manchester United to stop them losing 4 home games in a row. Manchester United, the great British footballing institution, has not lost 4 games at home since 1930 in a row. And guess what? It was about to happen. But one man, literally one man, didn't allow it. That man is the icon that is Amad Diallo. More history being written by the main man. The main man who was a virtual outcast under Eric Ten Hag is now taking a club the size of Manchester United by the scruff of the neck and dragging them single-handedly back to where they once belonged. It is unbelievable. It is a mad thing. Shorty, you are at BBK Monday to Sunday. I'm like BBK. Jamie Skepta, Wiley, Frisco Maximum. Yeah, that's BBK. Add me to the list. That's BBK. Can't forget Sam. That's BBK. I see a lot of guys doing this thing, but none of them flex like BBK. We need some more. I need to see that song at Old Trafford. That needs to happen at Old Trafford. I need the Stretford end to be bouncing to BBK because I can't believe I'm saying this, but it was a delectable medley of footballing splendour, and I do not use that term lightly. Please allow me to demonstrate why that was such a big result for Manchester United. Please allow me to demonstrate why that result means so much. Because Manchester United were woeful. They were appalling. They were embarrassed. They were outplayed by Southampton for 80 minutes, and only a plethora of missed chances, wasteful finishing, poor decision-making kept Manchester United in the game. If it wasn't for Southampton being a little bit profligate and Andre Onana being a man possessed, a divine performance from Andre Onana kept Manchester United in the game. If it wasn't for that, Southampton would have been out of sight because Manchester United were actually atrocious. They were appalling. They were ridiculous. They were as bad as I have ever seen them. But they found a way. And finding a way is a crucial ingredient to being a good football team. Playing badly and winning is the sign that things are getting better. And in Amad Diallo, they have a gem. They have a genuine, potentially world-class footballer who is capable of rocketing them back to where they once belonged. I mean, I think in terms of who deserves credit, there's about 3 Manchester United players because it just wasn't the team that we saw play the other day, the team that we saw play against Arsenal, the team that we saw play against Liverpool. They were full of heart. They were full of tenacity. They were full of spirit. We were talking about Harry Maguire being a juggernaut at the back. Harry Maguire putting his neck on the line for everything that Manchester United needed. I'd swear, Arsenal could have crossed a Range Rover into the box and Harry Maguire could have headed it out. If Arsenal had crossed a fridge freezer into the box, Matthias de Ligt would have blocked it. They were playing with heart and venom and spirit. They wanted it. Look at that moment when Matthias de Ligt bullies Leandro Trossard. It felt like Manchester United were back. Today, it was kaput. Today, they were back to square one. Today, they just weren't at the races. And there were some woeful performances. Amorim did well. Amorim got it right. Amorim made some brave substitutions, and his decision to bring on Joshua Zirkzee and Toby Collier actually changed the game. He had to take off Ugarte, who was all over the place. Like, I rate Ugarte. I think he's a decent enough player, and he's been playing very well for them, but he was just appalling today. Like, absolutely off it, terrible. And Rasmus Højlund, we need to have a serious conversation about. Rasmus Højlund, we need to have a very uncomfortable conversation around because I am constantly hearing that it's not his fault. I am constantly hearing, what do you want him to do? It's about the service. It's completely not true. Rasmus Højlund is not good enough to play for Manchester United. I say that with love and affection. I say that with me respecting the institution that is Manchester United, me respecting the history of Manchester United, me respecting the office of Manchester United centre forward, one of the greatest sporting institutions of the world, following in the footsteps of greats like George Best, Dennis Law, Eric Cantona, Mark Hughes, Ruud van Nistelrooy, Wayne Rooney. How on earth is Rasmus Højlund fit to wear that shirt? How is Rasmus Højlund fit to fill the footsteps of those players that I just mentioned? It's ridiculous. And it feels to me like he's more interested in arguing with defenders, trying to win free kicks than he is scoring goals. And basically, he is not good enough. It really is that simple. And Joshua Zirkzee deserves a starting berth in that team. Joshua Zirkzee has been through the ringer and he has come out the other side. He is fighting valiantly for Manchester United, and he helped to change the game today. Ruben Amorim, credit, brave substitution, bringing on Joshua Zirkzee. But Zirkzee and Collier coming on added the impetus that Manchester United needed. Then it was all about Amad Diallo. Do you know what happened today? Manchester United, the team, by and large, accepted defeat. But every now and again, you get a situation in football where one player won't allow you to lose. It's impossible to lose a game of football when Amad Diallo says no. In the way that it was once impossible to lose a game of football when Roy Keane said no. Remember when Manchester United went to Turin? Roy Keane said, no, we're not going to lose. Simple as that. They didn't lose. Amad Diallo today, he went, no, we're not going to lose. He looked around, they're losing, there's not long to go. He looked around and said, absolutely not. We are not going to lose, not on my watch. Allow me to entertain you, sir. And he did. It was absolutely brilliant from him. He got it so right. He fought tooth and nail to get his team back into the game. And the quality of strikes was brilliant. Look, the open goal. But that finish from the pass from Christian Eriksen, exquisite. To have the ability to do that really was something else. And in Amad Diallo, Manchester United genuinely do have a superstar. Now, look, don't get me wrong. There is a lot of problems at Manchester United. There is no way that some Ruben Amorim tactical tweaks or tactical or personnel tweaks will be able to elevate this crop of players to be where Manchester United should be. But Amorim is slowly getting it right. He told us before this game that he would learn more tonight about his players than he would from Sunday's FA Cup win at the Emirates. Winning a game against Arsenal in a penalty shootout like that isn't going to tell him exactly who his team are. Playing against Liverpool and getting that draw that they got against Liverpool, that 2-2, he would learn more against Southampton at home than he would playing against Liverpool. And he certainly did. He was certainly right. When you play a cup game away at Arsenal, Manchester United and Arsenal, two Goliaths, historic clubs who hate one another, historic clubs who have previously had points deducted because they hate one another so much. You've had Pizzagate. There have been countless examples. Ruud van Nistelrooy being bullied by Martin Keown. There are countless examples as to why you don't need to get players up for that game. Liverpool, I'm not even talking about, of course, when Manchester United play Liverpool, the manager's job is easy. The player's job is easy to a degree. It's playing Southampton, playing the worst team in the league, playing a team who haven't won away from home all season. How do you perform in that sort of game? Can you elevate your performances to the requisite level when the opposition are fairly underwhelming? And the answer is no. But it is so revealing that Ruben Amorim knows that. He knows what he's learned about his team, and he has learned so much tonight. There are lots for him to worry about. I mean, Anthony's miss, it's already miss of the season. We won't see a worse miss than that all season, will we? No matter what happens between now and the end of the year, that is the worst miss that we will see. So, Anthony's got to be the worst Brazilian footballer to ever play in the Premier League. He's got to be one of the worst players who have ever played for Manchester United. He's got to be one of the worst Premier League signings ever. And if you think about the list of worst Premier League signings, Romelu Lukaku to Chelsea, Kepa Arrizabalaga to Chelsea, Paul Pogba maybe to Manchester United, some would say. I wouldn't necessarily agree, but some would say. Think of the worst ever Premier League signings. Anthony is top of that list. He is the star on top of the Christmas tree in this conversation. He's just not good enough to play for Manchester United. And the sooner that Ruben Amorim gets rid of the dead wood at that club, the better it will be for everyone. I thought Lenny Yoro didn't look good. So that is something that also needs to be discussed and worked out by Ruben Amorim. Obviously, I've made my thoughts known about Rasmus Højlund. I don't think he should be starting games. I really do not believe that he should be starting games. But in Amad Diallo, they have somebody that they can cling on to. They have somebody that the Stretford end can believe in again. And they were so desperate for that. Because the way that he played, it was just unbelievable. It really was a sensational performance from him. You know, for Southampton, you know that their fans are going to be devastated. Like, it was just unbelievable how they didn't score more early on. But for Ruben Amorim, all that matters is they got the victory. They got their first victory in 4, and it was achieved by a Rizla paper. They found a way. But finding a way is often a good trait for a team to have. And the fact that he is talking about being ready to fight for the club, being ready to fight for his players, it's It's impressive. But what a turnaround for Manchester United. It really was. They got a bit lucky, but they have a genuine superstar. And in that superstar, I mean, anything is possible. The one thing that Manchester United fans can take from that, not only do they have a superstar, but they have a team that demonstrated a bit of resilience. You know, so important to be that. Manchester United as a club have been that over the years, and this team are embracing that previously inherited quality. Amazing. I just can't believe that Amad Diallo didn't feature more for Eric Ten Hag. Like he felt like a bit part player. And when he moved positions, you know, when the substitutions were made and Diallo found his way further up the pitch, it's just unstoppable. And like I say, the reason why Manchester United didn't lose today was basically Amad Diallo wrote his place in history. A hat-trick off the back of a winner at the Etihad. Not a bad season for the young man. Superstar. It's going to be a mad thing. Thank you very much for watching this video. I do hope that you've enjoyed it. If you have, please give it a like. Please click subscribe. And I look forward to seeing you all on the next video. In a bit, y'all.